Hello friends, my name is Shea and today's video is going to be an organize and clean with me. This is our new place that we actually moved into about 2 weeks ago, and I have been on an organizing, decluttering, and cleaning rampage for the whole time. Today we're tackling the kitchen. I have some cupboards and pantry space to organize, declutter, and clean. To be honest with you, when we moved in, we kind of just threw everything absolutely everywhere where it was supposed to go, but not in an organized fashion. First, we'll get to the general cleaning, and then we'll get to organizing and decluttering the spaces. I've been trying to do like a little coffee bar tea area going on. So we're going to make it look a little cuter today as I'm organizing things around the kitchen. So we're going to start off with this first. I bought a glass jar, and then I'm also using like a pasta jar as well, and whatever I have. So let's get going organizing this first. This is what I have going for now. I decided to put the hot chocolate away because we don't use it as much, and then once I'm done with my other pasta jar, I will be able to throw the hot chocolate in there. For now, I have the lighter up here just because I have kids, and then a glass vase for flowers that I don't normally get, but I don't prefer flowers that are cut, so I don't use the vase a lot. I just prefer like plants, they last longer. So that is that for now. Much more functional. Time to move on to this. Are you ready to see the chaos in here? This is the baby's cabinet for her food, and then also my toddler's like plates and cups. Stuff for pumping and nursing, just like anything for the kids essentially. So I'm going to need to organize this a lot better and just make it more functional, because right now I like have to dig all the way. It goes pretty far back. Not practical, of course. We're gonna organize this next. Let's see how much the baby lets me do. But first step is always pulling everything out from the space, assessing what you have, and then going in. So let's do that first. Everything out of the cabinets, but I want to lay this liner in here just because we are renting, so I want to make sure it's easy to clean and no spills happen on the actual cabinets. So we're gonna put that in first. I did kind of organize it into piles as I was pulling it out, so we have like the food, the pumping stuff for breastfeeding, the cloth bib, stuff like that. So it's sort of organized, and I can kind of assess better what we have in each category. This also helps save money because I'm not going to the shop and buying more of these that I found in the very back, for example. So as you can see, or I don't know if you can tell, these cabinets are very deep. Like I can't even, my hand's not even halfway through it. Like it goes very far. So let's make this a lot more practical. But first, these liners I found at the dollar shop. I know people sometimes use like saran wrap. The bin system. Now you can use anything. Sometimes I'll even use containers that I get from my mushrooms. If you don't know what I mean, like the store, when you buy mushrooms, it comes in little containers. See that orange thing? And sometimes I'll just use that because it's free. You don't have to go out and buy them, but these are ones I bought at the dollar shop. So another great one. These were all $1 as well. Like, I don't spend a lot of money on the bins that I use, and I buy these and I've used these for years. My daughter wants to be in the video. Alrighty. So I like to kind of have bins for each category. So this one is definitely, obviously, if you have kids, you know this is pumping and breastfeeding stuff. So I'm going to throw my pump in there. And because I don't do this as often, this is going at the very, very back. I do need access to it sometimes, but I don't need it even on a weekly basis. So that can go at the very back. I definitely need to go through this because there's like bibs and spoons from when we moved. We just moved this weekend, if you didn't know. So things can kind of be organized. They were just thrown about. This is part of the sterilizer. So that can go there. I feel like this will be a great bin for the bibs. Another bin that I got for free in like a giveaway gift basket, and that was the gift basket. It's just like a cheap wire one, but if it's just having bibs, that's perfect. The reason I just really appreciate a good organized bin system is it's so much easier to just grab things out. I put all the alike things in there. I know exactly where it is, and I just find it looks so much neater. Like I said, these bins are just whatever I have found, cheap things, free things around the house, and I kind of just use bins to organize everything. The baby ended up joining me in a lot of these clips. I'm doing it one-handed because baby in the other arm, but you do what you can with what you have, and that is my one hand to be organizing and decluttering this space today. It's kind of a normal thing in this household to just do everything in one hand at this point while holding my baby and fighting off the toddler. These are ready to go back in the cabinet. I'm not really a fan of how I've done this. For now, it'll do. So we can close it up. I'm just going to throw this in here, so any like little odds and ends can just go in here for now. This is where I keep my daughter's baby cereal, but I don't want to mix the containers, so once this is empty, then I'll add more to it. Part of organizing for me is just trying things in different spaces. So here I tried something in one bin, it didn't work, and when I'm putting things in the cupboard, you'll see I'm just testing out different spots to see what I feel is the best. Now that I'm able to separate all different sections, I can start putting these things away and figuring out what spot is best for each of them. Now when I'm organizing, it's all about functionality, what works best for me, because I'm the one that's doing the cooking, the cleaning, the homemaker really. So whatever is the easiest for me is how I set it up. I do like to put things that I need to hide from the kids and the husband up very high. So if there's anything I need to hide, like treats or anything, they go up there. And then when it comes to just things like here, I put all the baby stuff on the bottom because normally, like I said, I have her in one arm and it's easier to just reach in there with my one arm on the lower shelf and grab it. Then I'm putting the food. No particular reason why I'm putting it in the middle. I just feel like it's still easier to grab with one hand. And at the very top, it's the items that I just don't really grab as much. And I don't need like the pumping stuff and nursing things. This just makes my life so much easier. It does take a little bit of time to try out things in different spaces and really think and plan out where each item is going to go and just like practically what makes sense. But in the long run, it just makes it so much easier. And like you see, sometimes I leave it like that for a couple days. If it doesn't work out, I change it. I have no problem changing it up and seeing what works best for my family and I. This is the finished product for this cabinet, and I'm pretty proud. Everything that was in here before I ended up just keeping and just reorganizing it better. So I'll kind of show you how I have it set up. Baby's cutlery, and then baby only has one bowl. Bibs, and then this is my toddler's cups, bowls, and plates. Her cutlery is in our actual cutlery drawer. And that's why I couldn't put the babies in there, because otherwise my daughter would just take them and use them. And then up here we have baby's food, so the backups of her cereal, her purees, some more pureed, and then the little cloths and bottle. And then at the top we just have the random stuff for when we go out, or just those little mushy pouch things to put fruits in. And then my pump stuff. And then we do have space for other things if we need it or have extras. So I think this is super handy. Also, now that my baby is getting older, she's going to have more snacks and stuff. So I'll be able to put her snacks up here, her little puffs and things like that. I think this is super functional, and it just looks a lot better than it did at the beginning. So here is your app. Time to see what we're working with in the pantry today. I did start organizing this a few days ago a little bit with some bins. As you know, bin system is my favorite, but it was kind of hard to organize it without taking things out. If you see my videos before, you know that when I'm organizing and decluttering, I like to take everything out, assess what I have, put it in piles that are alike. My favorite spot to use bins is in my pantry, and in the spirit of using free bins, I have been using a lot of baby diaper cardboard bins and baby diaper wipes bins, if that makes sense. So those are free. Instead of throwing them in the recycling, I just use them. Yes, those potatoes were pretty moldy. I thought they would be good, poured them in, and I got a nice surprise. So this is one of the reasons that I like things in bins, so I can see what is where. My method for this is putting similar things together. So for me, rice and noodles is in a similar kind of thing. If I'm cooking rice, I'm not cooking noodles, so it's kind of like a side, and I put all the sides together. And then I made a basket for soup things. I love to make soup, so I needed my broth and all of those things together. This bin is for my toddler's snacks. I have a bin for the adult snacks, and just things like that that I find is so much easier to have them all together. I know when I'm going in to make soup, I can grab that bin and I'm good to go. I really like the look of it, and I think it makes a lot more sense for my family and I. So this is the finished product for now. It isn't completely full. Like I said, we just moved in, but it'll do, and I absolutely love how organized this is. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully you enjoyed and got some organizing done yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!